Hi guys, this is John again, and welcome to session 5. And 5, we are going to go through just a quick summary of how to install Fusion Shell on Linux. I'm not going to take you through provisioning everything, but we're going to do a little bit. And so the first thing you need to do is watch the previous session, because I did go through all this in a little bit more detail. But I am going out to our website again at Greenville Associates, and I'm selecting the developer package. Please watch the previous video and it will show you why I'm doing that. And you'll notice that when I copy that, it will paste for me here. So I'm just going to do a git clone. I'm using PuTTY to access a Unix platform that I've previously installed. And before I clone it, I'm going to make a directory, and I'm just going to call it Greenville Software. And I am going to change into that directory, and I'm logged in as an administrator already. And I am going to type git clone and then the link to the repository. And that is all I have to do. And then I have to specify a local target. So I'm just going to select dot, which is my current directory, and add Fusion Shell to it. So if this works, which it is now syncing the developer package from the internet to this directory. And once it's done, this is going to take a little while, but it works pretty much the same way as the previous session. You're going to go to, what I'm using is Webmin, and I am going to go in and log into Webmin so you can see what that looks like, hopefully. I'm on VPN. I have to take the VPN off, get there. So it's a local address. Let's see if that works okay. It does. Alright, so this is a local site. It's not on the internet, and I'm doing that for a different reason, but this is a local site. I'm provisioning Fusion Shell Developer 2. And once I go to this local site, I'm in Webmin, and if you haven't used Webmin before, it's a service that runs on a Linux or Mac workstation. And what it does is it loads a Perl web server. By default, it goes to port 10,000, but I use 8080 because that's open in most firewalls, so I can reach my servers. But Webmin is a very fancy sort of graphical interface that competes with what Windows does and the Windows Manager. But if you click on Webmin, it has pretty much everything that's in the Server Manager for Windows. So you can add users, you can administer services, and the like. So what Webmin does is it creates a menu system here, and inside of the menu system you can provision to your databases, your DNS, etc. Now this server is a little unusual in that it's running cPanel. The cPanel has a different version of Apache Web Services, so I don't think it's going to find my Apache server here. So this is going to take a little while for me to fix. But in any event, you're going to go into Webmin, and you're going to usually just select Apache, and you're going to provision the Greenville Software / Fusion Shell directory. So if I go into that right now, I just finished the clone, and you can see that it already is working. So everything is there for you to be successful. So the only thing you have to do is go into Webmin and provision the Apache service to this directory, which will take about 2 minutes. I am not going to cover the whole thing today, but again, that's what I usually do, is just use Webmin. Your Apache server should show up here, and then you can load it. Let me see if I can have another server where I can show you that a little better. I have another server that has the same structure to it. And I'm going to click on Webmin. I'm going to go servers. There we go. Apache servers showing. Alright, so this is the window you'll see. And what you need to do is click on Create Virtual Host. You're going to give it a port if you want. The default is 80 and 443, and you're going to give it a server name, and we're just going to call this Fusion Shell 47.geolocation.info, just like we just did. Maybe we can call it 47B, and then it does all the other work for you. All you have to do is specify the directory, which is Greenville Software /Fusion Shell, and then hit create now. So that's it. Once you get that installed, it does everything but SSL, and SSL is a sort of a complicated tech discussion, which I will do another day. But this is how you get Fusion Shell installed on a Linux machine. So we are now at 6 minutes, so you can do it in about the same amount of time.